Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the business overview for the Shopping Sherlock. Sorry for the short delay this evening. We had just a little technical issue in the backdrop, but we are good to go. Tonight, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter. His name is Chuck Williams. Chuck and I have been friends for a dozen years, and Chuck is now one of, and has been for quite a while, one of the top two people in the Sherlock business in the world. He is the top U.S. income earner with the Shopping Sherlock. He is one of two Diamond Global affiliates with the company. And Chuck brings with us, or with him, my apologies, a wealth of experience, success, and just a passion and enthusiasm for this business that is just totally unmatched. It is my distinct pleasure to turn over the reins of tonight's call to Mr. Chuck Williams. Chuck, take it away.
Thank you, Sherry Tab, and I'm going to be coming back to you in just a few minutes for a product overview. And I think you might have even had a chance to see our new mobile app beta today. And if so, we want a quick recap on your feelings about that. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a special treat tonight. Sherry and I will be going through the presentation as normal. But before we get into that, we have a couple of gentlemen who have literally made millions of dollars in this industry. And I wanted you to hear from them and what they see in the Sherlock and why they have come on board for this terrific run that we're about to go on as a company. I want to start with a very dear friend of mine. This is Mr. Ron Head. He's from Illinois, and Ron has been one of the top income earners in our entire industry, ladies and gentlemen, and he is very, very excited. In fact, I'm going to let him speak for himself. So without any further ado, Mr. Ron Head, let's hear from you, buddy.
Wow, thank you, Chuck, and good evening, everybody. You know, Chuck, I am excited, and I shared with you and Sherry just a moment ago, my juices are flowing again, and, you know, it's fun to be excited. And, you know, I've been in this industry for quite some time now, Chuck, and I'm kind of proud to tell people I'm 70 years old, still wanting to win, still wanting to do it. And, you know, and I'm not looking back, I'm looking to the future. And somebody said, how long are you going to do this? I said, man, I'm never quitting this. How are you going to quit going out there, love teaching people how to live, love, laugh, and leave a legacy, Chuck? I mean, we've always operated on them 4 L's, you know, and it's the only industry in the world that I can tell you of to where you can touch people's lives for the good in every area of their life and even finances and help them win. And so, you know, I'm excited about being a part of Shopping Sherlock. It's a company that has a great owner that knows where he's going. He set the foundation for all of us to work with. And Chuck, I love being a part of the team that has one family and one vision, and it's so simple to do. And where in the world, I love even talking to my cousin today and saying, look, where in the world can you give away a product and get paid for it? It's absolutely free, you know. And then if you're at your option, if you want to jump on board and help us create a legacy for your family, you're welcome to do that. So I'm having more fun than the law should allow, and Chuck, is just the beginning. And, you know, I'd like to tell some of the people out there tonight that we've also operated on the 2 T's in our lifetime, and the first one is timing, and the second one is talent. And here's what I really do believe, Chuck. I believe that the best talent you could exercise is to recognize the timing of a wonderful company called Shopping Sherlock. And the timing has never been better, folks. The foundation is just being laid. You're going to hear them talking tonight about the smartphones and the applications and so on and so forth. And then when it comes to the compensation, so we got the product, we got the owner, and now we got the team working together. And that's what really does excite me. And then when you got a compensation plan that pays you over 9 different ways, my goodness sake, and you can even become a part owner in the company. Chuck, I don't want to take any more time. I want to listen to Sherry. I want to hear Chuck talk, and I want to hear your good friend from Atlanta talk. So back to you, buddy.
Thank you, Ron. And it was a great three-way call we had today with one of the mayors of one of our cities around the United States, and you're starting to put together an all-star team yourself. So welcome aboard, and we're really excited about the journey we're going to go on together. And it really is about team. Speaking about team, this next gentleman, I've had the privilege of hearing him do a short training on one of our webinars, and I look forward to learning a lot from this man and his wife. They are just an incredible couple, and I want to turn the call over to Chuck Warner out of Atlanta, Georgia. Chuck, I've got my pen and paper out ready to take some notes. Ken Stoll told me he had some great things to share with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Warner.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you again, Chuck. I appreciate that, and we get our little technical difficulties out of the way here, and that's great. Chuck, you know, I'm not going to stand here and talk about all the things that I've done. That's not important. It's what we're all going to do together as a team. But I certainly have had the opportunity to learn a lot from a lot of brilliant people. So if you folks don't mind listening to my big old booming coach's voice instead of Deborah's string music, I'll get started here. You know, a long time ago when the breakup of AT&T, Ma Bell was taking place, I started enrolling customers in a little company called MCI. And I created a program called Tell a Friend. And if you remember, MCI had to switch it to Friends and Family. And of course, that's still popular today. It's called Framly today, and Sprint's doing it, right? So we did that, and the way I did it was with a bunch of novices just telling friends about a way that they could save money on one item. Now hear me now. One item, everyone, just their telephone service. And today with Shopping Sherlock, we're talking about literally every item that someone buys. And yes, I made over $100,000 a month doing that. And I did it because I really learned, oh gosh, guys like Tom Norfleet, and you know, I've been on stage with the best of them, from Zig Ziglar to, you know, Tommy Hopkins. You know, we work together. You know, this goes on and on. I've had a lot of people teach me a lot. And I guess from all that I learned it really what Ken asked me to talk about, and he sure is sorry he couldn't be on there tonight. And I know he's up in Illinois and he's fighting some storms, and my grandson, 9-year-old Cub Scout, he's camping in them. So Ken, if you're listening, don't feel too bad. I learned that there's 4 objections that people always bring to the table. And I also learned that there's 4 motivators that cause people to go ahead and take action. Now, the action here is really simple. We're online shopping as a nation, as a world, for about 5 basic reasons. Number 1, we like the variety, okay, that's available online. It isn't available locally. Number 2, it's not necessarily safe to go to our large malls, etc., where there is a variety. I guess number 3 would be the cost of fuel, because think about it, folks, out here in rural Georgia where I live, if it's a 10-mile trip to someplace, 20-mile round trip, you're talking about $5, right, just in the cost of gasoline only to get there and find that they don't have it. Now, I own an internet marketing company right now, not a network marketing company, but an auction company, the only one in the world of its type. I know a little bit about the internet. Did the breakthroughs, of course, in VoIP telecom, it's the first VoIP telecom system. I'm here to tell you, the fact that people can save time and save money is paramount of the 5 reasons why we're all online shopping. So I'm asking you, just apply that logic. If you are offering something that just allowed them to save more time and even more money doing what they're already doing at no cost to have that type of opportunity, how does someone say no? Well, certainly not logically, but they'll try to. They'll try and use no time, no need, no trust, no money. Now, if you got a pen, just jot those down and make you a lot of money. No time, no need, no trust, no money. I've had the opportunity, Chuck, to train all over the world, Dubai, Kuwait, Doha, Bangkok, Istanbul, everywhere in Mexico, Australia, that you can imagine, to train sales, etc., and do presentations. And regardless of the language they're speaking, what type of electronic translation they're using to understand what old Chuck is saying, they always try one of those 4 objections. If they really don't know, they should move forward and do it. So let's think about it. What's our product do? It saves people time. So how can they use no time? How can they use no need when some 80% of us are supposedly already shopping online? No trust. They're not buying from us. They're not registering a credit card from us. We don't have any part in the transaction at all. They're doing the business with the vendors that they currently do business with, just at a much lower price. and no money. That's what this is all about, saving money. So it takes no money to use a product, and it's about saving you money. So those 4 objections don't hold clarity, do they? Now, the 4 motivators that, Chuck, I didn't talk about the last time Ken asked me to do this little piece, is people will do this type of business or make any decision about business. My dad was a coal miner, right? risk his life every day in that mine. Why do people do that? Why do professional athletes take steroids, etc.? Because the options of not having that job aren't good for their family, so they risk their lives. Truck drivers trying to stay awake all those hours, whatever it happens to be. Well, people do things they aren't necessarily comfortable doing, and that's not the case here because we already admit we've done it, but they do it for money, love, and recognition. Now, the first money is the money for survival, Chuck. The things we need to absolutely have. The second money is for the things that we want. That's a lot more fun to talk about once the bills are paid, right? And then love being the third one, and that's why many of our parents, not just dads, but moms and dads, are doing something that might be very distasteful to them. They'd rather be doing something else, but they're doing it because they love us, loved us, whatever it might be. And the last one is recognition. And I had a very knowledgeable individual one time share with me that it was pretty well figured that the average person in America receives about 2 minutes of formal, congratulations in their in their life. Can you imagine that? Being stood up and recognized for about 2 minutes in your lifetime. So the chances to be recognized here are great, and a lot of spouses would like to see their spouse get recognized for some unsung talent, etc., that takes place. So there's a lot more to this business than just making money. But down to the business. Whenever I'm looking at a business, and the people that know me know we do a lot of fundraising, and I work with some very, very capable people, and I'm talking about in the billions of dollars for major projects, from refineries to whatever it is. And anytime this one beautiful old Cajun friend of mine, and he's a big money raiser, okay, engineering degree, petroleum engineering degree, so a very sharp guy, years in this industry of the financial world. He looks for two things to start with. Will it work and will it pay? Will it work and will it pay? I add one more for this business or any business like this we're going to entertain, because our credibility is on the line, right, is will it last? Okay, so let's answer that. How simple is it for someone to find out that the basic core of the business works? They need to enroll free and try it. Today, I bought a battery for my car. I bought it for $49 instead of $119. Many of you haven't thought about that looking for automotive stuff. I found an oil change. I literally went to Shopping Sherlock and looked for the best price on services, right? Automotive services, and I got a $29 oil change for $19. Now, I realize that's not going to change my lifestyle, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather have it than not have it. I'm going to have the granddaughters tomorrow, so the way I look at it, that's about $60, $70 that I've got to spend on the granddaughters that I could spend on batteries and oil changes, right? We're getting ready to take a trip. So will it work? Will it pay? I believe I heard Ron say that he'd figured out there was 9 ways to get paid. Ron, I certainly appreciate 9 ways of getting paid. Most of us that have a job get paid exactly one way, right, if you have a job, and that's literally their way. What I like most, I think, Chuck, about this marketing plan is there's no gotchas, okay? There's no landmines. None of that unnecessary funny business of the flushings and all the stuff that companies do to create what you and I call breakage. It isn't there, folks. It's a nice, level, fair compensation plan with a product that is a giveaway product. And last but not least, Chuck, and I'll shut up here, is will it last? Well, probably only as long as the internet does. Okay, that's about all the guarantee that we'd have. But I think that in a couple of years, if you put together a 3-year plan, you ought to be where you want to be. And people say, they tell Ron or someone like me, good gosh, you guys are 70 years old. In 3 years, you're going to be 73. And I say, yeah, if I don't do this in 3 years, I'm going to be 73. Okay? So a 3-year plan to literally, set the world on its ear, I think it's really doable. But in the meantime, we all have residual bills, don't we? And what people need to start on is a goal to get them a residual income that erases their residual bills. And if all your bills are paid and you have your regular income for whatever your job is, literally most people would consider themselves wealthy. Chuck, I'll sign off on that.
Chuck Warner, great job, and very, very enjoyable to listen to you, and just between you and Ron, just words of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shift right into our product demo, and I'm going to come back and tell you a little bit about those 9 ways of making money that Chuck alluded to, that Ron had told him about. And ladies and gentlemen, you are in the right place at the right time. Sherry, go ahead and take it away. You are the best at doing the product demo, so let's see the product and how it works.
Absolutely, Chuck, and thanks to Ron and Chuck for setting the stage for us tonight. I get the fun part of showing you exactly how the product works. This is the engine that drives the business, so hang on, folks. What you're looking at right now is our home page. This is what we give away for free. It tells the viewer very quickly that they can shop online, save time and money, and it is free. To register for the product for free, all they have to do is simply go to this box, enter their email, click Start Saving Now, and it will take them to a registration page where there will be an invitation code inserted. This is the code of the person that gave the Sherlock away. And by the way, no one can get the Shopping Sherlock app without an invitation code. So you want to make sure you give this out to all the people that you want to help save time and money. They simply then enter a username, password, they create one, their email. It's just like registering for Facebook, and they would click register. Now, of course, I've been using this since day one, so I am already registered. So let me get us inside the product and inside the app so you can see what the product is all about. Sorry, I just had a little momentary pop-up there. This, folks, is the shopping app. This is the web-based shopping app. And before I finish tonight, hopefully I won't forget to share with you what I've got in my hands right now is a mobile app. What we had when we first started was this very first element here, the shopping element. Now, since this is an international company and we have people from all over the world on the call tonight, the first thing you would want to do when you come inside the app itself is select your country. You click the arrow, get a drop-down box. We currently have 16 different countries customized for the Sherlock. Customized means that we have our network partners specific to those countries. So we're in the United States. We'll be looking at these are our network partners. To find what we're looking for, we simply type in as much detail of the product as we can think of. Now, I've always done printer ink, and I had to laugh. Chuck Warner was stealing my thunder talking about the automotive thing. I had decided to go back to one of the very first huge savings we had here in our household. We had a used car that didn't come with the remote control. How can anybody in this world ever get into a car without remote control? I'm too lazy. So we talked to the dealer, and we knew the price from the dealer was $125 per key fob. So I just typed that in. This is the search engine, folks. At a click of a mouse, every one of our network partners comes up inside our web page. And we will go through these one at a time when we're doing a full search. Tonight I'm just going to show you a couple examples of that. The first one that comes up is Amazon. Rightly so. Amazon is the granddaddy of online shopping. So to go to the Amazon site to see what offers they have for this particular item, I just click on that proceed to price results, and here we go. So now I know my cost at the dealer was $125. Here's one for $18.99. That's a heck of a savings right there. And I could stop there if I'm comfortable with that, but as I scroll down, I see there's another one for just a few pennies cheaper, $18.32. So I would continue to scroll till I find the cheapest product on this site. When I finish with that, I want to go back and check the other companies that we network with. All I have to do is go back up to the tab in my browser that says Shopping Sherlock Deals. I click on that, and I just go to the next company. Now, BizRate is an online comparison store, so they're going to offer all kinds of deals through a lot of different stores. As it comes up, I see they really don't have what I'm looking for, and that's okay. This is real-time shopping, so it doesn't mean that you're going to find exactly what you want in every one of these websites, and it doesn't mean the same company is going to offer the best price every day. People out there think that Amazon is the best price all the time. That's not true. eBay doesn't have the best price all the time, but I am going to go to eBay tonight just to see what they have. So again, full retail is $125. I found Amazon at 18 and some pennies. Look at this. Here's 2 of them for $19.95. Folks, the savings just on this one particular purchase can add up over, last year I think we saved over $1,500 just using the Sherlock. So I could continue through all of these, but for the sake of time, I think you get the idea. You just click through, find the price you want, click on that option. It'll take you to that vendor, and as Chuck Warner said, the trust then is between the consumer and that vendor. We're not getting in the middle of that. We're just steering them in the right direction. Now, we've got a lot more than just the general shopping. That's where we started. But our CEO has added a flight deal tab here. We can also find deals on hotels, daily deals. Chuck said he found an oil change, a $29 oil change for $19. That's one of the best things out there. Of course, I'm a foodie. I want to do the food and beverage more than anything else. But this is pretty simple. All you do is select, this is the U.S. model, so I would just select the city that I live in. And as it populates, it's going to bring up all the categories. I mean, there's tons of daily deals, again, real time, and it's aggregated all right here in one spot. I don't have to get emails from Groupon, from Living Social, from Deal Chicken, and all the others that are out there in the marketplace. I just click here, and it'll bring up what I want. If I don't want to see all of the categories displayed, I simply click on the food and beverage link. All of the other categories disappear, and when it's populated, all of the food and beverage deals that are in my local city are advertised. The beauty of this, though, is you can take this wherever you go. If I go back to my hometown of Cincinnati, I would just choose Cincinnati. Any place I want to go, I can plan ahead to save tons of money. The daily deals are, that's my hot button. I'm the queen of Groupon, so that feature really sold me, but there's still so much more. We have Sherlock deals. These are special deals that our CEO, Michael Wyatt, went into the marketplace to find the quality products with quality companies at the best prices. And there's going to be even more added to the Sherlock deals going forward. We currently have mobile plans, no contract, wireless plans. We have home services for internet, TV, and telephone, bundle services. The thing that's coming in September, we have a European convention in London this September. Michael Wyatt, is going to roll out the gift card program. Folks, there probably is no one on this line that has not either given a gift card as a gift or received one. That market is massive, and we're going to be able to make money off of that right inside our Sherlock. The last thing on the savings side is cashback. It's pretty much what it says, that you enroll in a program, you just click a couple buttons, and what happens is you get a toolbar installed on your browser. It is white labeled for the Shopping Sherlock, but please don't be confused. This is not the Sherlock tool. This is only the cashback portion of the Sherlock. So this will tell me if I've gone to a merchant site, if they're part of the program, and it will keep accumulating total of how much I've earned. I just made a small purchase last week, made 40 cents. Doesn't sound like much, but it adds up. In the last 2 months alone, I've accrued almost $75. And what's neat about it is even if you're not inside the Sherlock, if you went to Google for whatever reason, and let's say I was looking for ink, since that's usually one of my shopping examples, what is cool is inside Google or inside the search engine you're using, this cashback toolbar will tell you what vendors are participating and what their cashback feature is. So again, you save money, you get cash back in your pocket, and everybody wins. But folks, it doesn't stop there. This is also a phenomenal branding tool, advertising, marketing tool for small business owners. You can advertise your business here. You can change this at the click of a mouse by uploading a new photo. You hyperlink it with just typing in a website, and the system directs everybody to that. You can rent this space if you wanted to. As you give away Sherlocks throughout the world, that creates value. This is prime real estate. If you know a small business owner that doesn't have a good web presence but needs to have his or her business advertised, you can charge them for this spot, or you can give it away. It's totally up to you. You control it as the license holder of this Shopping Sherlock. We also have coupon offerings. Again, everything is contained right here. If you have a business where coupons are part of your normal business, you can put it together right there. Again, you upload a picture, you type a little text about what your offer is, and voila, it is presented within the system, professionally formatted and ready to go. There is so much to this that it's just amazing, but what's really, really cool right now is the mobile app has just been launched in beta testing, just to the leaders in the field to make sure everything works fine. Folks, it does all of this, plus it has a scanner, a price scanner on it. So if you're out shopping and you see something you like, you can either type it into the Sherlock and see if there's other prices, or you can simply scan the barcode and it will tell you where you can find the best price. This product just keeps getting better and better. So does my excitement level. So folks, in our household, we don't Google things, we Sherlock them. Chuck, back to you.
Thank you, Sherry. And ladies and gentlemen, due to the fact that we've had a couple guest speakers tonight, we're going to run just a few minutes over our 30-minute time limit, but not much. We'll consider these bonus minutes because I tell you, the two things I'm going to close with here are my two favorite topics. One is our CEO and leader from the corporate office, Michael Wyatt. You heard all of us mention this man right here because leadership is key. He has tremendous experience on the internet. He has tremendous experience in network marketing. He's given the seed capital for a couple companies. He's been the CEO. He's placed a CEO. He knows what he's doing. He's well respected in the network marketing arena. And where he cut his teeth in business was in the internet space. He knows the who's who when it comes to in the internet world and the network marketing world. He's the perfect combination. And you heard Chuck Warner talk about fundraising. One of the things that Michael is an expert at also is in fundraising and using technology to raise funds. Think about a gift that you give away for free as an organization, and it helps people save time, money, and they can make money. Yes, the Sherlock will become one of the top fundraising tools ever designed in the world. But that's not our emphasis. Tonight, our emphasis is building a team of people that can help us get the word out about this incredible Sherlock. And that's where it comes in to be an affiliate. You've heard all about the savings, and you'd almost have to consider yourself a fool if you weren't interested in saving time and money, or you're just somebody who's got a lot of extra time and money, which I don't know too many of those people. Please introduce me to them. We share our free product with our friends, family, people we meet, and as they benefit as affiliates, so do we. Now, just this last month, our usage income hit the $2 mark. That means for every active Sherlock you give away, and when you say give away, what does that mean? It means you send somebody to your site and they register for free. So that's all there is to giving our product away. And as a customer, they can also give it away to their friends and family, and those people become your customers too. Now, active, that means that it's being used. On average, if it's being used about once a week, it's going to create enough usage to be classified as an active Sherlock. And 2 years ago, when Michael Wyatt bought this company and started the Shopping Sherlock, it was averaging 6 cents per active Sherlock. Today, we're up to $2 per active Sherlock. And you can see in the chart our goal is $4 per active Sherlock by the end of this year. Think about the possibilities for a minute. We literally have people around the world earning a couple $100 a month just simply giving away some free product. And because this is a compounding effect, people aren't going to quit using it once they understand the value of it. And so each month you give away more and more and more. And not only are you giving more away, but they're worth more every month. This is, you talk about sitting on a beautiful wave. That's what we have right here. Now, real quickly, a disclaimer. All the references to income implied or stated through this document and the Shopping Sherlock Compensation Plan does not guarantee any level of income or earnings to any affiliate. Earnings of the Shopping Sherlock Compensation Plan depend solely on web app usage, sales, and each affiliate's skill, ability, and personal application. I'm going to talk to you about some pretty incredible incomes right now, and I just want you to know these are possible. There's nothing I'm going to tell you about that I haven't personally done already. Living proof. Now, to become an affiliate and purchase the system, you're looking at a one-time purchase of $249. I have been on the phone or on Skype with people around the world who have spent thousands of dollars for nothing but training on how to make money online, and then they got to go out and spend thousands more to develop websites, to drive traffic. We're talking about a business in a box that's internet-based, global, for $249. Please don't minimize the value of this business by how little it costs. We purposely keep the cost down because this is an opportunity for the masses worldwide. The low monthly expense of $34.95 to keep your business active. Again, Please do not minimize the cost because of how low it is. We do that because we want everybody in the world to have an opportunity to own a business and be able to make money online. Well, if you decide, and I do say decide because you don't have to build a team, you can literally just give Sherlock's away and earn that usage income I talked about earlier. But if you decide to help us in building our affiliate network, every 2 Sherlock systems you sell for $249, you earn $100. Now you're going to have 2 teams, a right team and a left team. This is one of my favorite ways of making money. Every time you have 2 sales on the right team and 2 sales on the left team, you are going to earn $50. Now here's what's neat about this. This is global. So anywhere in the world, these 2 sales happen on your right, 2 more sales on your left, you make $50. You heard Chuck Warner say there are no gotchas. If one of your teams takes off, that volume is banked. It doesn't flush every week, every month, every year. It's banked. So you spend the rest of your time building the other team, and every time you get 2 sales in the other team with you and the team working together, you're earning $50. There are no monthly shutoffs. Every month, the volume from the month before rolls over. There's no cutoff in depth that pays down to infinity. So when he said no gotchas, he meant it, ladies and gentlemen. You ask any question about this pay plan, and it is affiliate favored. Now, Michael Weeder, the man I mentioned earlier, our leader, he runs a very profitable business here. He pays out 68% of all the revenue that comes in, gets paid out to us in the field through his compensation plan. It's fair, it's equitable, and it's lucrative. Here's the residual part. Not only do you make residual income from giving away shopping Sherlock's, the usage income, but you also make residual income by building these 2 teams, you and the help of others. Every time 2 people on your right team and 2 people on your left team pay that $34.95 monthly fee, you earn $10. And so, again, do some easy math here. If you had 10 people on your right team and 10 people on your left team, all giving away Sherlock's, all making usage income, they're staying on no matter what. Now, for 10 on the right, 10 on the left, you're making $50 a month. Now, you're not limited to that. What if it was 100 on the right and 100 on the left? That'd be $500 a month. I'm only talking about one of those 9 ways of making money we spoke about earlier. This could get pretty big. What if you had 1,000 people on your right and 1,000 people on your left? This one way of making money right here, that'd be $5,000 a month residual income. You can do the math from there. It gets pretty exciting. Affiliate, that's how we all start. This is a ladder of success. Once you have personally enrolled one on the right and one on the left, you become what we call a star affiliate. Now you're eligible for those $10 and $50 cycle bonuses that I just mentioned. You have to give away 5 Sherlock's. That's our customer rule to become a star affiliate. Our first level of leadership is a power affiliate. It means you personally enroll at least 4 people. You got a personal enrollment team of 12. As a power affiliate, you've given away at least 10 Sherlock's. If you do that in your first 15 days, you get an extra $200 bonus. It's called a team builder bonus. At the power affiliate level, one of the greatest things is you now start to earn a 20% check match. So anybody that you have enrolled, when they give away Sherlock's and they earn usage income, you get a 20% check match. No limit there. If you got somebody making $10,000 a month in usage income, you would be getting $2,000 a month in your 20% check match. If they're making $100 a month, you'd be making 20. It's 20% of whatever they make in usage income. And that applies to everybody you personally enroll every month. That's exciting. Now, our first real super level is global power affiliate. A global power affiliate is a leader of leaders. You've personally enrolled at least 4 people who have become leaders. They've become power affiliates. And then another 8 somewhere in your personal enrollment team for a total of 12. 12 power affiliates with at least 4 of them personally enrolled by you, at least 1 on each team, and now you are a global power affiliate. If you do that, oh, by the way, you got 20 Sherlock's given away too. If you do that in your first 180 days, 6 months, you're going to earn a $2,000 team builder bonus. We have people earning those $2,000 team builder bonuses all over the world. My personal story, in 21 days, I became a global power affiliate. Now, I did that full-time. Most people come in part-time. 180 days is very reasonable for somebody who's out there actively working the business persistently and consistently over 180 days. As a global power affiliate, you get an additional 20% check match. Now, it's not an additional on top of the 20% usage. It's additional on different ways of making money. Now you're getting a 20% check match on the $50 and $10 cycle bonuses of everybody you personally enrolled, and, this is a key and here, your entire personal enrollment team. Down to and including the first global power affiliate in every team you start. So you can literally begin that 20% check match on hundreds, even thousands of people. You talk about leveraging your time and making money off the efforts of other people. This is the greatest example that I've ever seen. That check match is the best in the industry. 20% on the cycle bonuses of everybody in your personal enrollment team, down to and including the first global power affiliate in every single team you start. And probably the greatest part of being a global is now you own equity in the company. All of the global power affiliates worldwide share in 2.5% of the company's equity. As dividends are paid out, if the company were to ever sell, you would get a piece of the rock there because you are an equity owner as a global power affiliate. Now, the next level is Diamond. Diamond is where you've helped at least 16 people become global, at least 8 of those in different teams you've started, and you're a Diamond power affiliate. As a Diamond, you're now getting a 30% check match, and there's another 2.5% equity available for Diamonds. This is the greatest compensation plan I've ever seen, and like most leaders in the industry, I see a bunch of them. I've never seen anything that comes close to being as fair and as profitable, and the average person can make a lot of money just giving away free Sherlocks. And team builders, they can build tremendous teams and tremendous incomes. So with that being said, I want to leave you with this. Does the compensation plan work? Here's a strategy that my good friend, Global Power Affiliate Pete Hamby, developed, and it's being used in Japan right now to just explode that market. It's called the Power of 4. You want to personally enroll 4 as fast as possible. 1 on your right, 1 on your left. You become a star affiliate, you earn your first $100. Go ahead and put another one on your right, another one on your left. Now you just earn another $100 for a total of $200. And because you put 2 on the right, 2 on the left, you made a $50 cycle bonus. Now that sounds very simple, and it is. Keep it simple. Now just simply teach this to your team, and as they do this, very quickly you just became a power affiliate because you personally enrolled 4. If they each bring 4 and you got more than the 12 you need, you're a power affiliate. Now they do the same thing. They quickly become power affiliates, and now you become a global power affiliate. If you do that within 180 days, you just earn a $2,000 bonus. You continue to teach your team this Power of 4 right here, and you could go all the way to global and a significant up to $20,000 a week income just in the cycle bonus alone, not even counting your matching bonuses, usage, and other bonuses. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen the most incredible opportunity I've ever seen in my lifetime, and like Sherry said, it keeps getting better and better. Well, what's next? You really have 2 decisions to make right now. It comes down to you can use the service for free, and we hope you do. Whether you become an affiliate or not, use the Sherlock. It works. Or you could choose to join us and become an affiliate and promote this program. I want to dig down deep right now from the bottom of my heart. I want to encourage you to get your position locked in right now. Join the wave of momentum that's coming to this company. We're entering into a 10-year era. It's called the golden era of e-commerce and mobile marketing, and we have the position as a company to allow you to become very wealthy through this transition. So get started now. Get back with the person who invited you to this webinar. Ask them how to go about becoming an affiliate. We'll get you enrolled, signed up, and then we'll get you in our Getting Started Right. Plug into these webinars. We got another one tomorrow at noon Eastern, and then we'll have another one at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll have 2 of them tomorrow, one at noon and one at 9. Simply get enrolled tonight and start inviting people to join you on these webinars tomorrow, and you can watch your business grow. Literally, by the end of this week, you could have your Power of 4 in place and then start teaching others, and in no time, you could be on your way to making a nice income. It all starts with helping people save time and money online. I want to thank all of our speakers. I want to thank Sherry Tabb, Ron Head, and also Chuck Warner in Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to thank you for joining us. Sorry we ran a little bit over tonight. I hope you found it worthwhile. God bless you. We'll see you at the top. Bye-bye.